Aristotle's views on oligarchy, as set forth in his seminal work, Politics, provide a profound understanding of power dynamics and governance that can be remarkably insightful for contemporary discussions. Oligarchy, in Aristotle's terms, is a form of government where power rests in the hands of a few. This contrasts with a democracy where power is distributed among many. Aristotle did not view oligarchy in purely negative or purely positive terms. Rather, he saw it as a natural and sometimes inevitable evolution within political systems, depending on how power is concentrated and exercised. This contextual setting is crucial for examining what we might have forgotten about oligarchy today. In the modern world, where wealth and influence often translate into political power, revisiting Aristotle's insights can be significant. He argued that the stability of an oligarchy depends on how well it can balance the interests of the wealthy few with those of the broader population. This balance is essential, as failing to achieve it can lead to political unrest or even revolution, highlighting the importance of fairness and the perception of legitimacy in governance. Two real-world applications vividly illustrate these concepts. First, consider the modern financial sector's influence on political systems. In various democracies, there is increasing concern about the disproportionate impact of wealthy individuals and corporations on policymaking, resembling an oligarchic tendency despite the democratic framework. Second, the political structures of some countries, like Russia, often draw criticism for being oligarchic in nature, where a small number of individuals wield significant influence over both the economy and governance. Support for the relevance of Aristotle's observations can be found in the writings of political theorists like Robert Michels, who introduced the iron law of oligarchy. Michael's perspective supports Aristotle's view by suggesting that power tends to concentrate in the hands of those who already possess it, due to structural and organizational dynamics. Despite this, there are challenges and controversies associated with framing modern political systems as oligarchies. Critics might argue that the democratic structures in place today, including checks and balances, free elections, and civic engagement, function adequately to prevent true oligarchic control. Moreover, alternative viewpoints emphasize the role of institutions and rule of law in curbing excessive concentration of power, asserting that oligarchic tendencies can be countered through active citizen participation and robust legal frameworks. Aristotle's reflections on oligarchy offer a lens through which we can understand the current intersection of wealth and power and its implications for governance. His ideas connect deeply with broader discussions on inequality, political legitimacy, and civic responsibility, reminding us that vigilance is crucial in maintaining a balance that serves the many, not just the few. Understanding these connections can inspire more equitable approaches to governance that remain true to democratic ideals, even in the face of persisting oligarchic challenges. In Aristotle's philosophy, oligarchy is defined as a form of government where power is concentrated in the hands of a few individuals or families, primarily based on wealth or aristocratic privilege. This concentration of power often leads to governance that prioritizes the interests of the rich or elite over the collective interests of the populace. Aristotle observed various forms of government, and oligarchy stood out as one that could deviate significantly from the ideal of serving the common good, focusing instead on the preservation of wealth and power among the elite. The significance of Aristotle's insights into oligarchy lies in its timeless relevance as a cautionary tale against the imbalance of power and wealth in society. Understanding these concepts is crucial, as they highlight the vulnerabilities within political systems that can lead to societal inequality and unrest. For instance, consider the economic system in contemporary Russia, where a small group of oligarchs wields substantial power and influence over national policies. Similarly, in the corporate world, oligarchic structures can be seen in major tech companies where a few individuals or families hold disproportionate control and influence over global digital landscapes. Supporters of examining Aristotle's views argue that understanding oligarchy's flaws can promote more equitable and just societies. However, challenges to this perspective arise in the form of economic liberalism, where some argue that wealth concentration naturally incentivizes innovation and economic growth. Moreover, some might contend that oligarchic elements exist in every government structure, making it a universal aspect of human political behavior rather than an anomaly. Aristotle's examination of oligarchy is interconnected with broader themes of political justice and equity. His analysis underscores the necessity for checks and balances within any political system to prevent the emergence of an oligarchic rule that could lead to tyranny or societal decay. In summary, revisiting Aristotle's insights on oligarchy offers valuable lessons on the dynamics of power and the continuous effort required to prevent such concentrations of power from disrupting the equitable functioning of society. In discussing real-world examples and modern applications of Aristotle's insights into oligarchy, it's essential first to understand what Aristotle meant by oligarchy. He defined it as a form of government where the ruling power rests with a small, privileged class, often based on wealth. It stands in contrast to democracy, where power is distributed among all citizens. Aristotle was keenly aware of the inherent dangers of oligarchy, namely its potential to prioritize the interests of the wealthy few over the broader needs of society, leading to social strife and injustice. This concept is crucial today, as it provides a lens through which to examine the concentration of power and wealth in contemporary governance. For instance, Russia under Vladimir Putin is often cited as a modern oligarchy, with significant political power concentrated in a small group of elites who control major industries. Similarly, India's political landscape also shows oligarchic tendencies, with business magnates wielding substantial influence over political decisions, sometimes leading to policies that favor corporate over public interests. Did you learn something today? If you did, subscribe for more ancient history and wisdom.